Hey guys, it's Nicole, and I filmed this video the day after my oral surgery, so I did not do any talking that day because I sounded quite funny. The day before, I had spent the entire day on the couch just resting and recovering and just doing nothing. So today, I felt like I just needed to get something done. I needed to move my body. They said I could resume regular activities, just nothing strenuous and no heavy lifting, and just keep an eye on my wound and make sure it's healing fine. So I knew my car was a disaster, as you could see, and it was so full of garbage. It's kind of embarrassing how bad it has gotten. Just was not a priority all winter, but it was just a beautiful day, the day that I filmed this, and I thought I have no excuses. That's something easy I can do. That's an easy win, and so I went ahead and cleaned out the car, got all the garbage out of it, vacuumed it, wiped down dust. It was by no means a deep clean, it was just a very surface level clean. There's still a lot of scrubbing that needs to happen in there and all that good stuff, and that will happen another day. I just wanted something simple that I could get done and I could do without having to talk at all, so here I am cleaning. The specific oral surgery that I had to have done was I had actually had an injury to my gums over a year ago and had never healed properly, so I had to get a gum graft in just one specific area of my mouth. So they harvested a piece of my gum from the roof of my mouth and then put it over the wounded part. It was shockingly easy and simple, and there was zero pain. There was zero pain for all of my recovery too. The periodontist that I went to was incredible. She was so kind and she was so relaxed, and it was very smooth. And she said that the procedure went very smooth, so I was very grateful. I've never had to have any kind of oral surgery before. I never had wisdom teeth, so I never had to have them removed or anything like that. So I was a little nervous about it, but everything went totally fine. And I'm still recovering. It's been a couple of days now, but my stitches and sutures and all that will not be coming out for 2 weeks. So I have a bit of a healing journey, but I'm back to my regularly scheduled life at this point. But this day was, just trying to get something done. It's incredible how many things pile up in your car over time that just, there's absolutely no reason they need to be in there. So that's me just going through everything in my center console because I had opened it a couple of days before and just thought, why is all of this even here? So I just decided to pull everything out, really look through it, and declutter my car. Look at how beautiful it was. We needed that sun so much. It felt so good to get that on my face. And it's just, I feel like we're in the thick of spring now. We're done with winter here. So it was still fairly early in the day, but I knew I had boxes of stuff that needed to be donated. It's just been piling up in my room. So I wanted to get that out of my house that day. So I went ahead and boxed up the rest of it and loaded it in the car and got it ready for the donation center. We've been doing a really good job of keeping the inventory in our house down to a very minimum, and we haven't been bringing a lot of new things in, which is awesome, which means money is not being wasted, time is not being wasted, and these are just odds and ends that just kind of pile up, as well as a giant cookie sheet that does not fit even remotely in my oven. I've held on to it for years and years thinking I would use it for something, and I haven't, so time to let it go. My first stop was I needed to stop at the ATM do a little bit of banking, and then I headed to the thrift store to drop off my load. It always feels so good when you get rid of a load at the thrift store. I also had the bright idea of going to the car wash, so I stopped in a parking lot real quick to take that out of the bed of my truck, only to find out that everybody else in the entire world had decided to go to the car wash that day. So I drove by multiple car washes, and there was lines through the parking lot and out into the street. So I'm showing you how dirty my car is right here. It's definitely very dirty. We've entered pollen season. I tried to figure out how to take my antenna off, but I couldn't figure it out, so I didn't want it to get all bent up. Last time it got all bent up. But look at that line to get into the car wash. All of the car washes were that way. I was like, I'll come another day. There's another one. It's wrapped around the building and to the car wash. Wild. Anyways, I decided to stop at the library while I was out because I was close to it. This is a book that I started reading and it was really good, but it just wasn't the right book for the right season of life. And I read a couple chapters. It was really good. It just wasn't necessarily applicable to what I needed right now, so I went ahead and returned it. And yes, keto diet cookbooks. I'm just curious, okay? I'm not committing to anything yet, but that was something I wanted to check out at the library. And then last but not least is I went for a nice walk this afternoon. I guess it wasn't quite afternoon at that point, but I knew I needed to get some sunshine. I knew that would help me heal. So I stopped at the trail and just did some walking. You haven't had sun on your face in so long, there's something that just feels so incredible about it. I walked probably a little over a mile because some of that was just from running chores. But then I headed home for lunchtime. I was still on soft, cold foods, so it was definitely nothing exciting, but I needed to get some food in my belly. It was about noon, I believe. Yep, 11:44. This Kite Hill Greek style yogurt, I'd never seen it before, and it's very good. It's so thick and creamy. I really enjoyed it because it's hard to find a good dairy-free yogurt option. I know that's an oxymoron to even say, but it's really hard to find something that tastes decent and has a really good texture, so that's one I recommend. Just trying to get as much protein in me as possible, so I put some collagen peptides in it, as well as some sweetener. And that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I believe I will have a grocery haul video out next, so look forward to that. Otherwise, you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.